Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 Postgame Show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Neil. Neil, welcome to the Victory Club.
Woohoo. It's been ages.
It's
felt like ages since I've been able to give away sandwiches. I've been in a whole lot of losses.
Feeling good. Pirates win today 3-2. They came back from behind. Yasmani Grandal, as the game was tied, hits the go-ahead home run. And guess what, Neil? The bullpen said, we're gonna allow you to win today. We're gonna hold the lead.
We held a 1-run lead. Yeah. Pigs flew. It was a special day. It was a special day for the Pirates.
Good stuff. So you know what that means, just as you alluded to. Everyone in the chat right now, go ahead and get your hashtag raise it. Of course, as always, make sure one word, just as Peter put here, and as you see in the bottom right-hand corner on that graphic, comment, raise it. Go ahead and do so. Your opportunity to win 2 free Primanti Brothers sandwiches. We get to do this for the 71st time this year.
72nd.
I'm sorry. 72nd time. Yes. I'm so stuck on that number. 72nd time this year.
And again, I just said before, I only know that because I need them to hit 72, and I need to hit them to hit the 72 and a half over. That's all I need. So just one more, and I win like $40.
So the next time there's a winner, there's 2 sandwiches, but you're the real winner.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks to our friends.
Well, good stuff. Yeah. Speaking about our friends here.
Yeah.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to be bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today, get in on the action. BetOnline, the game starts here. So let's talk about this one. I feel like the last time Luis Ortiz started, I think you and I were on there. We were kind of talking a little bit about what is he and how important the rest, of this season is for him. Well, Luis Ortiz does go pretty solid. 6 innings, gives up 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Pretty solid start from Luis Ortiz today.
Yeah. He keeps producing. I was very impressed from what I saw from Luis Ortiz tonight. Like until the 6th inning, he was efficient. He was getting people out. He was limiting the walks. It was a very solid performance from Luis Ortiz tonight.
Sure was. It sure was. Honestly, that one home run where he just left hanging in the very middle of the plate. Bad located pitch. It happens. It was 1 run there as a home run. Again, end of the day, he leaves 6 innings, 2 earned run. I mean, that's your chance to allow this team to win. So we did every bit of it. And yeah, he looked good. 7 strikeouts. Say that slider was going very nicely today as well. Again, just another showing of why Luis Ortiz is making a case to be in the rotation for next year.
Yeah. It's going to be a hard choice, I think. This is also assuming Bubba Chandler gets a spot next year, which I think he does. But yeah, I mean, both Falter and Ortiz both have really, really solid cases to be made to make in the rotation next year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good problem to have. It's a very good problem to have. Because the more that these guys start producing, the less likely it is you have to give innings to Jake Woodford's and other people of his caliber. So it was a very refreshing going from Woodford last night to Ortiz tonight.
Right. But yeah, again, speaking of him, he had 10 whiffs today, as mentioned, 7 on the slider. That was looking very effective. The velocity was still there. That's something we talked about last time. The velocity had a bit of an uptick today, a little bit more than the yearly average as well. I mean, he was hitting about 96 on his 4-seamer today. And 86 on the slider. And yeah, like I said, overall, he looked very effective. Again, like we talked about last time too, it seems like when he has bad starts, it's 1 inning. And I actually went into his game logs today and looked into it. Of all the earned runs he has this year, 17 of them have come in 4 innings.
Wow, really?
Yes. So kind of going back to what we're talking about, like even in those bad games, it seems as if like the one inning is really bad. Then outside of it, he has like 5 effective innings still. Yeah, 17 of his earned runs this year has come in 4, just 4 innings. Tonight, once again, he puts together a complete game. Yes, he does give up a home run. Yes, it was a bad pitch, but hey, one mistake, not a whole lot of damage was done. Yes, it was to 1 at one point. He doesn't get the win. The Pirates were tied as well. But yeah, like going 6 innings, giving your team a chance to win here, allowing just 2 earned runs. Luis Ortiz, awesome outing for him.
Yeah, and like home run rates are like one of the most fluky stats for pitchers. As weird as to say, like from year to year, it kind of just like it can rise and it can fall. So like that is something that can really be a positive looking forward. Is that like his real problem is the home run problem. You saw it today, like terrible pitch that he left hanging. But then you see that like he's able to still affect. He uses his cutter, he uses his sinker really effectively, and he doesn't strike out too many. Like tonight was a pretty rare big strikeout night. But no, I don't know. I've been very impressed with his development this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting to the game though, so it starts off with Isaiah Kiner-Falefa leads off with a double. The Pirates have lost 3 games in a row to the Cardinals. This offense has looked terrible, basically, right? So the game starts off with an IKF double, and you're thinking, and of course, also it was just it's hard enough hit. It bounced off the glove, so it was one of those doubles, like, it was like this close to being in air, but they award him, and it also should have been like a single, but it bounced off the glove. He makes it a double. Anyways, next 3 batters, 1, 2, 3 go down. There's the end of the first inning. Second inning comes up for the Pirates as well, and Grandal lines out Triolo singles, and then IKF grounds out, Reynolds walks, O'Neal Cruz strikes out. Like, I'm sorry, that was the third. My bad. I'm reading it wrong. No, yeah, Gonzalez pops out, De La Cruz gets out, then York strikes out. So it looks like the game is starting off the same way it's been. The offense is just going to be non-existent. Here we go again, right? And again, it kind of was that in the sense. Yeah, they do score 3 runs in total, but here we are. Team was 1 for 7 in runners scoring position. They leave 7 on again. Just the offense, man. Like this team, just I don't know. It's a struggle. I feel like every night at this point in time.
I mean, it wasn't a good offensive performance. I mean, 1 for 7 with runners scoring position tonight again. 0 hits from Cruz, Tellez, York. Like it wasn't an impressive showing in any real capacity. Like Reynolds struggled. He did get on base twice, but he grounded into that double play. Like it wasn't. We were lucky the pitching was so good tonight because the hitting was not that great.
Nope. It was not. Now, I mean, the Cardinals had Fetty on the mound. Fetty's been really good this year. I mean, what a comeback story from him, right? White Sox get him. Cardinals make the trade, get him now. He pitched very effective also. So, I mean, of course, I give credit where credit's due. Like the offense wasn't there, didn't really show up and look good. But hey, you know what? Sonny Gray's been like their best pitcher all year. He pitched well and effective last night. Fetty's actually having like a better season per se than Sonny Gray is. He also pitched very well today. So again, like I said, credit where credit's due, but this offense has been a struggle all year. Today, another showing of it. But they did enough. The pitching really came through today for the Pirates. And also like to speak to them where credit's due, like they couldn't keep Brendan Donovan off the bases. They haven't done it all series. He's gotten at least 1 hit every game this series. Today he has 4. And obviously, as you know, we talked here, he had the double as well. He was a catalyst for their offense for sure. But like they had 6 hits on the day. It was 4 from Donovan and then 2 from Goldschmidt. That was all their offense.
Yeah. No, and if you limit another team's offense that much, where it's one guy, unless it's Shohei Ohtani today, going for 6 for 6, that's a good pitching performance. And so it was a very low scoring game. I think everyone can see that. And neither offense really looked like they wanted to be here tonight. Yeah, I don't even remember that many impressive at-bats, to be honest. The only thing I can say about the Pirates is that they only struck out 4 times, which is something they don't usually do.
But that's a talking point. Again, like if there is anything, and they say the offense wasn't all really there or that productive today. However, yeah, like they did only strike out 4 times today. Like you mentioned, it's usually double digits, especially this time of the year. 4 times, a lot of outs. I want to talk about Ono Cruz too. Like he didn't have any hits today. He did have that walk at the end, but he was over 3, had the 1 strikeout. But like those 2 hits that were really hits, but the 2 times he made contact today were very hard also. Like Nolan Arenado just still showing why he's one of the best defensive third basemen in baseball still to this day. But yeah, like again, there was some positive there. At least they're making contact. And like also too, Yasmani Grandal hits the go-ahead home run here. I mean, he just got a hold of that. He kind of stared it down a little bit as well. But like, I don't know what to make of Yasmani Grandal. And I'm not saying like, oh, bring it back next year. This is not the conversation. It's just talk about a guy who was just so bad at the beginning of this year, just completely terrible. Talk about like the Rowdy Tellez peak in a sense. Like he was just so bad, but like right now, the dude has quietly put up over 1 WAR. He's, I think, 11 or 10 points below league average in WRC plus. I think it's like an 89 weighted runs created plus right now.
682 OPS after tonight.
There you go. Like he's steadily coming close to like league average and all that. And again, he's a 1 WAR player. And tonight probably going to be like a 1.1 WAR player when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
So like what a turnaround he's had for him. I don't know how much you want to like really invest in that and talk about it, but he's had a couple big clutch hits also. We had the walk-off home run late last month where we got the, you guys got to believe quote, and he, hit the big home run today to secure the win for the Pirates.
Yeah. I don't think, can I claim it? Can I claim that I fixed him?
Can you tell us why you're going to claim it?
I don't know. I went on that big old rant about him a couple months ago. I think late June, something was like that. I think it was it was clipped and posted. Ever since that rant, I'm telling him he doesn't care. He needs to get off this team. He's been killing that baseball. So I like to think I can take credit for this one. So
yeah, I know. Like in our group chat, I think I shared it with you, but I forget like what the numbers are. But like it really is. It's like it's really from that moment. He had one of the worst performances I think you could see because we know how bad it was offensively. But of course, he was just not throwing it back to the pitcher, being all nonchalant. Guys are stealing home on him. He's not catching balls thrown at him. Just awful everywhere. And you really ripped into him. And it's like since that moment, he's been good. Like he's actually been good.
And limited playing times helped. Like I do think a lot of it is that like he's not playing nearly as often as he was when Bart was injured and Davis was in AAA. Like it definitely has been because he's got limited playing time. But yeah, it's been a surprising turnaround from him in this offensively. Defensively, I'm still like have questions, but he's also a aging catcher, so. It happens. The body breaks down. It's a tough position. I don't know if you bring him back next year. I know some people are asking to bring him back as a backup catcher. I wouldn't, but just because we have too many options there. But I appreciate the turnaround he's had.
I'll say this: I didn't bring this up to go down that path, but the way he has performing makes it a valid discussion. Now, granted, there should be enough catching depth next year. There's Endy, there's Henry Davis still lurking somewhere. Joey Bart's there. Of course, Jason DeLay still in Pirates land somewhere. So right. But honestly, like Joey Bart has shown to be pretty productive. And outside of that, like Endy hasn't proven anything. Henry hasn't proven anything. Jason DeLay's a good quality defensive catcher. More to be desired of the bat. Like there could be a discussion made to bring back Yasmani. I'm not going there. I don't really want to go there. I hope there's a bigger, better bar than that. But I think he's shown he's capable still of being a catcher. He's not capable of throwing anyone out, which he showed again today when not like the one guy as old as Yasmani Grandal stole a base against him today, and he's a first baseman.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt was easily safe at second today, and Yasmani threw it probably just 9 feet in the air.
I am baffled why teams just don't run every single time off of him. Like if I was a manager, as soon as someone gets the first, I would send him.
The only caveat is unless Paul Skeens is on first base. That's only
true,
time.
Yeah. Paul Skeens will pick you off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man.
And he don't care about that role. He's throwing 3 times.
Yeah. I just do not think has he thrown out a runner yet this year?
I could look.
I don't think he has.
Probably not.
And if you can't throw out, elderly Paul Goldschmidt, then yeah, Grandal for DH.
Yeah, and again, like Goldschmidt, he still gets his bases. I mean, for a first baseman, he's been excellent as far as stealing bases, and he still does it this day and age. So again, not to take too much credit away from him. However, like it's just that's a problem with Grandal. It's not like just tonight was an anomaly. He can't throw out anybody. It seems
he for the lack of arm strength, he makes up for it in bat flips. Because he doesn't matter what the score is. He's gonna drop the coldest bat flip you've ever seen. Like
that's a fair point. I'm slowly because I'm trying to do different things here. I'm seeing if he's thrown anyone out. I'll find it eventually. But anyways, yeah. So he gets the big clutch hit. And hey, like we talked about Luis Ortiz. Let's get a little bit down to this bullpen also. They did their thing. So Luis Ortiz comes out. Carmen Majinski comes in. He's had like a mixed season. There's still a lot to take away positively from Majinski. And that's how I look at it. I think a lot of it dealt with injury a few times, but, still a 3.42, a respectable ERA as far as a reliever. But he comes in here. He does give up a walk, strikeout, scoreless inning, no hits that inning as well. He did his thing. Dennis Santana once again comes in. And again, this is the point where like the Pirates have the 1-run lead. Like this is a big critical moment. This isn't Dennis Santana's getting a bunch of mop-up time where it doesn't matter. He has to hold this win. He has to turn it over to Aroldis Chapman. Another big spot here. 1 inning. No base runners. Gets the strikeout. Also, paying respect to the team that believed in him. A 4.12 ERA now in the season.
Yeah. The biggest compliment I can give Santana is that I am at ease when he's on the mound. Genuinely at ease. I do not worry about what's going to happen when Santana is on the mound. Even when he gave up the run, was it yesterday or Monday? Or was it Tuesday? He gave up 1 run a couple days ago.
I can't remember which one exactly. Yeah, but that's like 1 run though he's had since
his fault. It wasn't even his fault. Like I am perfectly at ease when he's on the mound, and considering our bullpen, that's one of the biggest compliments I can hand out. Yeah,
absolutely. The guy's nails right now, and I don't know how long this is truly going to last. I don't know if this is not going to be him at all. This is a hot streak of whatever version of him is, because no one can sustain this. But he just keeps showing more and more that this doesn't look like a fluke. Again, we talked that there are success stories the Pirates have with pitching. Dennis Santana looks every bit of that. And again, he shows tonight another crucial spot. It is the St. Louis Cardinals. You got to hold him here, turn over to Chapman for the save, and he does so. I mean, Shelton said it the other day. I think it was like last week, just in passing, but like he has been their best reliever, and Shelton recognizes that too. And I like the way they are using, like, say that they're going to use the closer and committee more or less as far as saves go. And it does seem as if, you can make the arguments like, why isn't he getting more save opportunities and such? But I feel like they are putting Santana in the more crucial spot. If it's going to be in the 9th, Shelton waits and uses him for the save opportunity, right? If the more crucial part, though, is in the 8th, he's putting Santana in there. He's saying, like, you're my guy. Go get him out. Then we'll get Chapman here to close it out when, it's not as crucial and such. So I'll say this. Credit to your boy, Neil.
Listen, we're putting in hard work over here at Shelton Cult Incorporated. So I'm glad you're seeing the light. I don't want to make this about Shelton. What I would say is I really hope going forward this is how they deal with the bullpen. I really hope that they that not closer by committee necessarily, but I think I should have clarified this the last time I said it. They should go with their best arm at any given point when the situation is needed. I don't care if you're a 7th or an 8th or a 9th inning guy. I don't care about that at all. I just want the best arms to use in the best situations. And I think Santana is why you do that. And Chapman's kind of been flexible all year too. He's been your best reliever all year. And he's kind of moved around. And so I really hope that this is the way going forward, because I don't care about saves. I really don't. Like, we all love Dowry Moretta, and he didn't get, he got like 2 saves last year. That's not why we like him. We like him because he's good at his job.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm mixed on that. The reason I am, and it's kind of like the lineup thing, which, by the way, the Pirates still can't find a single lineup and go with it. They just can't. I think today marked the 145th different lineup of the season.
Where is Billy Cook?
Billy Cook, has a good game last night. And it's like, all right, well, hey, kid, you can't do too much of that. Yeah. Sit down. But so the point I'm making, though, is I am a believer to a degree. Know where you're at in the lineup. Have that consistency in the lineup, right? Like Nick Gonzalez. Like, you're the 4 or 5, whatever you are, stay there, be that. That's why, like, when it comes to relievers, I do like having some sense of knowing your role. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're my closer. You're going to be in there for saves, right, and such. But I like the like a little bit of flexibility in there also, like you're mentioning. Like, I like the best of both worlds. I want to have a little bit of consistency. Hey, you're this guy, here, you're that guy. This is the reason I like the Chapman signing this year in that sense, was because, like, I felt like he could be that guy that you're talking about. Bednar, you're my closer. Maybe Holderman's like my 8th inning guy. Like, you might have like some roles assigned, but it's like, Chapman, you're the guy I want when the heat is on.
Yeah.
It could be the 6th, could be the 7th, 8th, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go full board where you're at. I'm also not sticking with just like, you're my 7th, 8th, 9th, and that's it. No questions asked. I do have I want to have a little bit of flexibility in that sense. But regardless, they are using that model right now, right? There is no closer. There's not so much designated in that sense. They're going with moments. And again, the way they're using Santana is more or less he is the guy that's in the biggest moment at that point in time, whether it's the 8th or 9th. So yeah, credit there. You say seeing the light. I'm not sure if I really see the light. I mean, if there is a light, it looks like this, and that's what I'm seeing. But yeah, like, there's really not a whole lot of light there with Shelton. I'm seeing. I'm giving him credit for one thing that I'm liking in the last 2 weeks of the losing season.
My legal representation tells me that I have to say that was a joke. That was your best gag since the different part of the store, shopping in a different part of the store gag. I gotta say that was good. I like that.
I don't even remember that one, but okay.
Well, with Jason Mackey on, you remember you were just
okay. Actually, yeah, I do remember that now.
That was your best gag since that. I like that.
Yeah, once a year I'm due.
I think
I'm like your Yasmani Grandal throwing out catches, which, by the way, I have that number. He's thrown out 6 this year. 6, okay. And since today makes 71 opportunities.
Okay. I stand corrected. What I would say is, yeah, I mean, obviously I would agree, like, you don't want some guys doing high leverage. You have to earn that spot. So when I say bullpen by committee, I don't just mean like anyone at any given time. But yes, you do need to have guys who are high leverage and guys who are not. Like, I don't think Jalen Beek should be a high leverage guy, even if he is on a hot streak. You know what I mean? Like, but I also just want to move away from the rigidity that Bednar's your 9th inning guy and Holderman's your 8th inning guy, just because sometimes they all blow up and your season's ruined. So, I'm a little traumatized from that.
We don't know anything about that. Speaking of which, Aroldis Chapman does come in and enter for the 9th inning. And what does he do? Right away, leadoff hit to none other than Brendan Donovan, his 4th of the game. Neil, I'm telling you, like, this just seemed like clockwork. It was inevitable. I don't know what's going to happen here, but Brendan Donovan's up. Aroldis Chapman's pitching. It's a 9th. The Pirates are only up 1. And that happens. And right away, you're thinking, here we go. This is how it's going to happen tonight, because the Pirates seem to find their opportunities to lose. That didn't happen, though. Yeah, he gave the hit. Kudos to Brendan Donovan. He's been on fire. Obviously, some Cardinal has to be on fire when they face the Pirates. But that's it. He shuts the rest down. No strikeouts, but he shuts the rest down. Gets the save.
I mean, very comfortable. Like,
yeah, he looked good. It wasn't like the strikeout performances he might have, but yeah.
No, very comfortable. I think he got like the last 2 outs on like 4 pitches. Which is like the opposite of Chapman. Usually it takes him like 25 pitches to get through 1 inning, and it was pretty calm tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Jordan Walker can kind of help you out there as well. He's not been having the good year, although he did have like I think the home run in the first game of this series.
Yeah, that was probably like the thing I was most mad about, is that we let Jordan Walker hit a home run off of us this series. I was not very happy about that.
Right. Now he's down to a 595 OPS. But yeah, end of the day, Pirates win. Maybe not the most interesting game, but it was a comfortable game. I felt very at ease and comfortable today in watching it. 8 hits, 3 walks. Like you mentioned, just the 4 strikeouts. The pitching was effective. Pirates win. Get their 72nd win of the year.
One thing I say about the offense is Nick Gonzalez. Like, I've been really trying to hold back expectations, but he's really played his way back into my good graces. He plays a solid defense at second. Don't love him at short, but he keeps hitting. He's got his OPS back up to 700. I don't know what adjustments he's made, but I've been very impressed with Nick Gonzalez post-injury. I don't know what you've seen, but
no, same. Also a guy that you've discussed and said, how does he finish this year means quite a bit. We talk about like Luis Ortiz, especially heading into next year, and Gonzalez definitely fit that mold as well, because the second base position, it's a big question mark. Like, if it ain't Gonzalez, who is it? Especially since IKF seems to be your shortstop right now with Cruz going to center. So if it's not Gonzalez, who is it? Gonzalez came up scorching hot, then has really, really cooled down right before that injury. So yeah, since he's come up, I mean, he's been hitting really well, getting on base, and still, like tonight, just finding ways to score runs. He just has the knack to get the RBI, and he did so today. Pretty big spot. No complaints. There's still 9 games left of the season. Still want to see it continue, but like what I'm seeing right now, I feel comfortable with Nick Gonzalez at second for 2025. I'm not blown away. I'm not excited, but I'm comfortable if that's the way they go. I mean, you have to, build around him still, get other pieces there, but I'm comfortable with that because the defense also is really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm as far as say comfortable yet, but I think he has a legitimate spot of winning the place on the team. He's probably battling it out with York, unless we're moving York to corner outfield. But I also wouldn't be mad if they tried to go get someone better somehow. Like, if the Pirates ended up going getting Gleyber Torres in the offseason, I would not be mad about it. So, but no, very impressed with Gonzalez. And I really hope he just keeps hitting. I think the one thing I want is just a few more home runs. He doesn't really hit for power, but what he does is he drives and runs. I love it. That's the big thing.
Yeah, he makes contact. He makes really good contact. yeah, I guess to kind of enhance your point that you made, if he's your starting second baseman, but he ends up being like your sixth best hitter, maybe seventh best hitter, because you upgrade the corners, you make some, upgrades and such, like you're good with that. But if he's your second baseman, he ends up being like your fourth best hitter. That's the problem. So yeah, like as long as they build around and he doesn't have to be relied upon as like your third or fourth best hitter on the team next year, yeah, I'm okay with it. But any rate, good game for him as well. Again, he had 2 hits today, that RBI, also stolen base.
Yep.
So yeah,
Very
he's been looking fine to me. That middle part where he struggled a lot still matters, but also like guys who are inexperienced in developing, you're gonna have that. So looking good means a lot.
All in all, massive step up from 2023. So, which is all you can really ask for,
Right. Well,
no,
Neil, you know what time it is?
Yep, I think it's sandwich time.
We have 53 entries in here. Just 53. I know Thursday Night Football's on. I know you have so many Jets fans that just can't be watching and hashtagging Raise It in the comments right now. All those Jet fans. So, make sure it's your last opportunity. Before we do so, as always, to let you know, as I saw someone here put the hashtag like the video, subscribe,
hashtag
do all that fun stuff. If you're listening on the podcast, go ahead and give us a nice comment and review. 9 games left, Neil. Off season's coming.
This is almost over. We're so close to the end.
We are. Which then means new beginnings are coming. Thank God. Well, that's it. Seems like we're only getting 53, so I'm going to hit that draw button. Let's find out who wins the 2 free sandwiches. Jim, why are you in there? I see Jim's name. Rick Kennis is our winner.
Congratulations, Rick.
I believe that's a first-time winner. I don't recognize that name. So yeah, congrats, Rick. If you can go ahead and DM us on socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and what have you, go ahead and DM us or email us at northshore9@gmail.com. All we need is your address to send it to. We'll get those 2 tickets out for you shortly. And that way you can enjoy some time with Brandy Brothers.
Yeah, congrats, man. Hopefully we have 9 more winners.
Come on. It's open for 4. I think my prediction was 77 this year, or maybe 78. I forget again.
Mine was 78, so I think I'm going to come just short.
Yeah.
Oh, well. At least I did better than Jim.
There it is. We all did better than Jim. Let's get out of here, though. Appreciate everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Pirates play again. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.